Good evening, YouTube world. I'm your host, Paul Italia. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. So, what's up, guys? We got a new show that we're starting off. It's the new launch tonight. And what we're trying to do with this is we're trying to just make like a community hangout, a place where everybody in the junk community could come together and we could talk about any topics going on. Doesn't just have to be junk related, or we could talk about junk related topics as well. Whatever the chat wants to talk about, we're open. So what we're going to do is we're going to put hearing an echo. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry about this. So what we're going to do is we're going to put hearing an echo. Yeah, I don't know where this echo is coming from right now. Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry about that. All right. So, let's kick it off. With that being said, I'm going to introduce the panel that we got in right now. And just like I said, we're going to share in the chat. Anybody in the chat room wants to come in and join us live and talk and ask questions, you're all welcome to join. Everybody's invited. So with that being said, let's bring the cast out. This is like the who's who of junk removal, guys. Take a look who we got here. So we got Ricardo from Junk Guys. We have Kevin Hess in the house. We got Andrew Thompson from Autopilot. We got the man Matt Fitch, who's got a big event coming up in Austin, Texas. We're going to be talking about, and we got the legend Sonoma Strong in the house. What is up, guys? And we got my man Ronnie Knuckles from Spearcrest Digital, making amazing websites. So guys, I want to just kick this off and kind of just catch you guys up on what I'm trying to accomplish here and all. This is kind of like a laid back, not so serious kind of spot. We're just gonna kick back, talk any topics you want. We don't have to talk just junk removal, just kind of a place for the community just to meet up and just kick it. Wherever the conversation wants to go, we could go with it. So with that being said, I want to first start off. Kevin Hess is wearing an Eagles hat. So let's talk about the Super Bowl, guys. We just had the Super Bowl this past weekend, and I got a big smile on my face because if you guys know, I'm a
big from Philadelphia
fan. Yeah, I'm a Philly fan. I'm from New York, but my girl's from Jersey, so she's been a lifelong.
So you live in New York, but you like the Philadelphia Eagles.
Say that again?
You live in New York, but you like the Philadelphia Eagles?
Well, I live in California, New York, and Florida. So I'm all over the place.
How about you, Kevin? You live in Philly?
No, I'm actually not a Philly fan. I just lost a bet to Paul, so since Kansas City lost, I have to wear this hat for a week.
Yeah, so the deal was if I lost, I had to wear a Kansas City Chiefs jersey on my podcast for a week, and if he lost, he was going to have to wear an Eagles hat and make a post every day about for a week telling about how the Eagles are a great team and all. Oh, we got somebody else joining in here. We got Todd. What's up, Todd? How you doing, brother?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Doing great, man. So Todd, where are you from, bro?
Kansas City.
Oh, very well. Oh, sorry about that, man, with the Kansas City Chiefs, bro.
What can you do?
So, hey, guy, who was everybody going for that day, man? Ricardo, who was your team that day for the Super Bowl?
I don't really care. I wanted the Chiefs to win, but I betted on the Eagles. I thought they had a better defense, and it proved that they had a better defense. But I didn't think Mahomes was going to take it, just because he won the first one, and it's difficult to beat a team twice in the Super Bowl. So,
oh yeah.
But
Matt,
I win.
What about you, Matt? Were you had any interest or any bets on this game?
Which Matt?
Oh, I'm sorry. Matt Fitch. I'm sorry, Matt Vick. I already know you're a Kansas City Chiefs, man. I'm sorry, man.
No, I'm a Raider fan. I wanted Mahomes to do a 3 repeat, but he fell off. I lost $200. I never.
I almost bet you, dude.
Huh?
I almost bet you put that post up for like $100 on the Chiefs. Yeah. I almost took you up on it, but I got too nervous.
He was trash that day. I couldn't believe it, man. I almost turned the TV off. I was like, what the fuck?
It wasn't that he was trash, man. That's the number one defense in all football. And, I said it the week before. I said, if the Eagles passing game is on, which, they discovered the last 2 games of the season, I said, if that is on, Kansas City's dead. They're not going to have a shot because they're going in there completely just to stop Barkley, which they did. They accomplished that. but they weren't expecting, the passing game that Hurts has and all that. So, I called it from there, man. I knew on paper it was a bad matchup for the Chiefs. Everybody else was against me on that, so I did pretty good on the bets.
You asked me about who I was going for, man. When Tom Brady left the Patriots, dude, I checked out of football. I grew up a Patriots fan ever since like 94. I watched football every day religiously, but man, I think I was just a Tom Brady fan because when he left, I kind of checked out. I watched football for a couple of years when he went over to Tampa Bay, but dude, I haven't really been keeping tabs on football for a couple of years. I was rooting for the Eagles to win though because I don't want Patrick Mahomes to overshadow Brady.
That's same thing with me, bro. Before this, I was just a Tom Brady fan. So whatever team he was, that's who I was rooting for. When they left, I was just going with my girls' team with the Eagles. But then just recently, my boy is actually the backup quarterback for the Chicago Bears. So we've been kind of following them around, even though they're not doing too well. But we're waiting for him to get his chance because he's going to be a starter one day in the NFL for sure.
Very cool. Yeah, I need an excuse to follow a team. Dallas ain't giving me any reason. Houston, I don't even know what's going on. So we'll see, man.
Oh yeah, well now we got baseball season coming up, man. So I'm all excited about that. Yankees are looking pretty good, even though the Dodgers are doing like crazy, spending billions and billions of dollars. But yeah, I'm a baseball guy, so I can't wait for that for sure.
I almost made it to the Giants, right? San Francisco Giants. I almost went pro.
Get out of here! Are you serious?
No, just
oh my god! Because I seen a picture the other day you posted that. I was like, wait, maybe he's not kidding with that.
Yeah, I decided to be a trash man. Fuck. Oh shit!
You're built to be a pro ball player, damn it.
For real,
right?
Dude's a Giant. Yep. Did you guys go to the Giants game at all since you've been out here?
Who, me?
Yeah, you guys.
We used to always go to the A's game all the time. We used to take the BART, go to Oakland, and go to the A's game like every once in a while when I was younger.
Are you upset that they left now and they're over in Sac? Or
yeah, it's sad. Oakland left. I mean, the Raiders left, and then the A's leave. I feel bad for Oakland, really, for the people out there.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Everybody's just leaving. I mean, they got to put some money in there, man. They weren't spending no money. That was the problem.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's get into some junk talk, guys. So I wanted to just kind of throw out a basic, topic. We could start off with that and all. There's some challenges unique challenges that you guys face since the opening of your junk business. Anybody that wants to answer first, take it. Well, no rush for the answer, guys.
Hey, guys. All right. I think the first aha moment was realizing that people needed to book online. Trying to give quotes over the phone via text, you're not going to be able to get the most out of each job. So once I switched over to online booking, setting up free on-site estimates, closing deals in person, that was a game changer.
What's the limit for distance for you to go do an in-person quote?
I would go about a mile radius around where I live, and I would allow up to 2 jobs for every 2-hour block, throughout the day. So like 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., 2 people can book, and that schedule's wide open, 7 days a week. So starting at 8 a.m., we'd have 2 people book between 8 and 10, 2 people book between 10 and noon, up until 4 to 6 during winter months, and then 6 to 8 is, during like the summer months.
Matt, how do you do it, man? Because, I know you're not actually, you're subcontracting a lot of the jobs that you're getting. So how do you go about like giving quotes and all that? Are you the person that's giving the quote, and are you doing that via text?
Well, before I was subcontracting, I was running it just like everybody else does, locally with my own employees and my own trucks. And so they would book an appointment. We would show up for a free on-site estimate, close the deal in person. I did the same thing when I was subcontracting most of the time, except for I had like one big commercial client that was a commercial property manager who did a lot of retail work. They didn't need any pricing. All I would do is I would send a hauler, they'd get it done. I'd charge their card on file and send the client a receipt. So there was like no pricing issues with there. Those are easy. So like if you're going to subcontract, commercial work's the way to go with like your repeats that aren't, questioning pricing or anything. You don't even there's no customer interaction usually with those deals either. So
Matt and Jojo, can you give us some unique challenges that you've come across since the beginning?
Unique challenges.
Yeah, maybe like something like a learning curve that you had to go through to and learn through experience, and that maybe you change something from that.
I would say that with junk removal, it is so, it can be physically challenging, junk removal. Not every day is really easy. And then sometimes the jobs are just nasty and smelly and gross. And I would say that one big hurdle that pretty much everybody faces after a while is having to get some help, right? Because it is physical and you can't always tackle everything yourself. And just finding a good worker, I think, is a hurdle that a lot of people are confronted with.
How do you go about that process? Do you guys have like a set formula, or it just run across somebody over time that fits?
So we got so lucky with the employee that we have. I mean, really, it is luck because he never complains. He's always smiling. He tackles everything, and we work side by side. So we don't ask him to do anything we're not willing to do ourselves. But I do have to say that we were extremely lucky in finding Julio. But I just strongly suggest that when you do, hire someone, have a process, have set questions that you want to ask them, and then always give them a trial run, because this type of work is not for everyone. It really isn't. It takes special people. It's a different kind of person. And to me, not complaining and showing up with a good attitude and just wanting to get the job done and having just good positive vibe all the time is super important to me. So I would want to work with somebody for a while and make sure that they mesh well that way, because I don't want to be stuck. I don't care how hard of a worker they are. I don't want to be stuck with anybody that's like a negative downer, because I don't want that to be put on me.
Hey,
So
Paul, real quick, I just text blasted 5-10 minutes ago, so I cranked the viewers up to 40 people now. So if there's anybody out there who has questions, now's the time. Thank you for joining, and everybody who got my text blast. If you guys have questions, ask. So Paul, hope you're okay with that. There might, we might creep up to 50, 60. We'll see.
Oh, bro, and they're more than welcome to actually come on. If you guys want to come on live and ask your question, you are more than welcome. This is open for all the communities. This is, just for everybody.
And
I got your text blast, man.
Hey, I saw your live. Oh, you got the text blast? Thank you.
I gotta say, bro, you were on top of it, man. I've never seen anybody else doing the text blast for a YouTube channel. That's genius right there, man. I gotta get on that.
Yeah, so what I do is I have a list, and every time I go live or post a video that I think is worth seeing, I'll text blast my customers. But I'm not gonna lie, my list is like 3,500 people. 1,500 people have now replied stop. After, because I've been posting it so many times. I've been doing this for 2 years now. So now
people are probably having nightmares at night of Andrew Thompson texting them throughout the night.
Stop texting me, Andrew. I'm like, freak you, bro. No, I'm just kidding.
Andrew, those people that haven't dropped off yet, man, those are your
solid people.
Followers, man.
War torn.
Yeah, they'll drop off. They'll drop off no matter what. We used to do that through that veteran nonprofit. We'd blast people like, "Hey, come to this event or whatever," and 500 people every time be like, "Stop texting me," and I'm like, "Dang, bro, we're just inviting you to this event for veterans."
You gotta. Luckily, it hasn't been too bad because they all have opted in. These are my people from my YouTube channel. But iDaddy Pounds, nice name. I like that. iDaddy Pounds.
I want to mention, I don't know if this is a question or not. He says, I need this here, some good help. I'm dealing with a sciatic issue that I've never dealt with before, but I'm still out here doing the work. Hell yeah, way to go, man. I don't know if you're asking kind of a question, some recommendations, or if you're just making a statement. But if
I think he was talking probably to Matt and Jojo. She was talking about their team member there.
Oh, good call, Ronnie. Good call, man.
I think he was asking for muscle relaxers.
Could've been that too, yeah.
Matt's on top of it. He'll email you right away. Carlo, Paul, did you grow up in New York? Yes, I did, bro, and I still live out there as well. Howard Beach, Queens is where I'm from.
You didn't get that accent in California?
No, right?
No.
Ricardo.
Hey, so I'm gonna tell you a little story real quick. I did have this one guy that was working for me, right? And we're tackling like a $40,000 job out in Hillsburg, and maybe we were like halfway through it. And the guy actually slid the lady a business card saying, "Hey, I can do the loads a lot cheaper. Give me a call." So you got to be aware of who you're hiring, who's helping you. You know what I mean? And thank God I had a good realtor that let me know and told the customer, "Hey, this person isn't insured. I wouldn't go with them. You have no idea where he's going to dump it at." And he was trying to undercut me like $200 a load.
That's wild.
Yeah, so I see that guy every once in a while. He started a trash business, you know what I mean? He seen the money was good. He did have a dump trailer when he was working for me. And yeah, he just, you know what I mean, tried to be a snake on it too. I never, ever hired his ass ever fucking again. I see him every once in a while. He's doing hella bad now. So just be aware of people like that. There's people out there being snakes.
We got a question from Tracy Williams. She says, do you all have any suggestions on how to possibly start business credit to start a removal company?
That's a really good question, and actually, I take this shit serious. There's three. I'm actually curious if any of you guys have started building business credit, because it's a completely different world. You have Duns and Bradstreet, Experian business, and Equifax business. It's completely different than personal credit. You have to. Has anybody here actually built business credit where you can go pull out a loan without a PG, without a personal guarantee? Has anybody gotten to that threshold out of curiosity?
So we get my junk removal business gets offered that quite often. We've gotten to a point where we've got good business credit, but if you're starting, you really have no other option but to start with your personal credit. But right. you can use your business almost as a cosigner. So you can use your business as collateral. If your business is associated with the debt that you take out personally in any way, it can help build that business credit over time. Now, I'm not an expert in that,
so Tracy,
and how that process works, but.
Yeah, so Tracy, there's no way to pull out a business loan unless you do a PG, a personal guarantee. To build business credit, there's a lot of things you can do. You obviously have to pull out business credit cards, but you got to make sure there's a lot to it. There's vendors that report to the credit bureaus. You want to open a Duns and Bradstreet, a D&B, that's a separate credit thing. And then there's certain business credit cards that report to all the bureaus. But like Ronnie said, it takes time to build business credit. It's a whole different world than your personal credit. You're not gonna be able to build business credit until you have a banking relationship and you actually build business credit that reports to business bureaus. It takes time, so you're just gonna have to PG everything. So yeah.
I want to ask.
PG means personal guarantee with your own personal credit.
I thought you were meant point guard.
I wanted to ask Ricardo. I want to get from you. Some unique challenges that you've come across since I know you began 17 years ago and all, so I'm sure you've come across some unique challenges along the way. And also wanted to know, what is some personal character traits that you look in a possible employee that you're going to hire?
Ooh, Ricardo, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Well, I'll just go down the list. I think finding, retaining reliable labor, managing logistics, vehicle maintenance, repair, how to recycle properly, equipment management, insurance, liability, competition, pricing, profitability, marketing, advertising, seasonal business, customer service, how to manage your cash flow, startup costs when you first start the business, dealing with difficult customers, handling hazardous material, and keeping up with technology.
Wait, what? Wait.
Some of the challenges that anybody.
I thought I heard a different question.
Well, I gave him the second one was with the character traits that he looks for hiring an employee.
Ricardo does.
Character traits. So I don't have. I used to have employees back in the day. I don't know how long ago. It's been 10 years. So if I do a big job, I just contract those jobs out. I'm there, and then I hire people, and I pay those people to work for me. And I just did a couple of videos where I had like 6 companies, and then I had one where I have 4 companies, and 3 companies help out. And I mean, they're glad to. I mean, it's slow for a lot of people right now. It was slow for me for a long time. These last 3 weeks have been really incredible for some reason, but I'm helping out the small. I got some Canadians working for me. I have some local guys, young kids, 23, 24 years old. I just help them out, give them jobs every once in a while. I gave 2 away today because they were just too far out of my range. So I don't deal with employees. Like I think Jojo was mentioning that it is very difficult. And I think they've had difficult times with employees. They found a good guy in Julio. And of course, he's Mexican. He's a hard worker. And, whenever you're coming over to the United States, I mean, that's one of the things that you got a job and it's paying you. And they're surprised when they see, $300 in their hands, because $300 for a week's work is $300 that they make in 2 months in Mexico. So it's a lot of hard work that any immigrant will put into an American job. But of course, I don't like paying for employees, so I just contract employees. And it works for me when I do big jobs. Now, if it's a small job like a mattress or something small like a fridge or something like that, I'll do it myself.
Actually, Paul, Ricardo does something very unique. And Ricardo, actually, this is something that is very strange and very cool that you do, because I don't see anybody else do this. So maybe you could talk about it a bit more. I'm sorry, people say competition, be friends with your competition. No, not me. I'm trying to take down the competition. I'm sorry. So you're different. You literally, you're on the truck with your competition all the time. GPTX all the time. So you're always constantly working with tons of companies in Texas. My biggest fear of doing it that way is having them steal the customer from me and then getting the customer's repeat business. So that's why I never, I've thought about that before. Oh, here's a 20 load job. Why don't I get another junk removal company to help me? Then I'm like, what if Sarah likes him more? And then Sarah takes, likes his personality and the works. Doesn't that ever scare you that you're going to get your jobs and clients taken from you with all this Well,
that's a great question. Great question. So I think Matt's from Texas. So we both know, by the way, hey, Matt. We both know that in Texas, things run a little different than they do in California, than they do in New York. I mean, the people are totally different in Texas. So we can do a handshake for $10,000, a handshake for $5,000. I mean, Matt, you know that. That's a cultural difference when it comes to that. So when I work with other companies, my platform on YouTube and my platform on TikTok, surprisingly, TikTok's really good for me for some reason. My platform on these things really help me get out there so people trust me. So when I hire these companies and I call them up and they actually reach out to me, I'll get texts. They'll send me texts. Hey, Ricardo, if you got any jobs, can you help me out? And I'll test out these people. I'll test them out first. I always look at the size of their trailer and how much they're selling their trailer. Just a fast example, the Canadians have a 14-foot trailer, and they're selling their trailer for $675. And I told them, I'm not going to give you $675. I'll pay you $400 for a full trailer, but I'll keep on giving you jobs whenever you're slow. See, guys, business is slow right now, and people are starving for jobs. So the guys I work with are actually everybody's slow in my area, but the business is a slow business right now. So I'll be able to contract those jobs over to them. And how I contract them is really easy. I had a $3,500 job last week. I think it was last week, $3,500 job. I used 3 trailers. One was a recycle trailer, and the other 2 I paid for. I paid for $400 and $400, and that took all the trash. The recycling one, I only gave the guy $200 because he took about $300 worth of recycling. So he made $500 while the other trailer made $400 and $400. So I got paid $3,500. So it's $800, $900, $1000. I spent $1,000 to make $3,500. So I profited $2,500. Now my little van that I have out here in my front yard, which I use, did not put any trash inside of it. And that's why I like contracting my jobs. And plus I don't have to do any work, and I kind of do my videos and stuff while I'm there. And the kids like it. They appreciate me helping them out, but I don't see them as competition, man. I see them as helping me out, to be honest with you. And of course I work with GPTX. I work with James from B&G Junk Removal. I work with Southern Junk Removal, the Canadians. I work with TNT. I just had all these guys with me just recently. I worked with DTX, and we're all friends. We went to go play pickleball the other day, and we just. I will tell you this: the reason they don't steal jobs from me is because they know that the day they steal jobs from me, they're going to hear it from me, and then the second thing, it'll be the last day they work for me.
And you'll put them on YouTube. They know YouTube's coming, buddy.
Yeah.
Can I jump in here?
I got to see video of you playing pickleball.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
I put some on Facebook. I was wearing my glasses. I was recording them, and they flew off me, and I was like, "Shit!"
Me and my girl just played pickleball for our first time last month. We hired an
It's actually pretty fun. I'm going to try to take it.
No, it's really fun.
So I've got an interesting story here too that I'll come kind of behind you there and explain my view on competition. So I'm a pretty competitive person, and when I started my junk removal business, it was at the time Lee Godbold was like the man on YouTube, right? So he was like teaching everybody how to start their businesses.
He still is. He still is the man.
Oh, he is.
He'll be on next week.
Look, Matt and
Wednesday,
Jojo
he's
have
going to be
taken
on
the crown.
interview, guys.
Matt and Jojo have taken the crown on the in the YouTube game. Back then, it was all Lee Godbold when it came to junk removal. But anyway, so like we get started with him, kind of following his guidance on YouTube. I had some one-on-one calls with him and stuff. Well, this new guy came on the scene, and I'll Right Way Hauling here in Louisville. And I don't even remember exactly what happened, but somehow we got crossed up, and I ended up having my guys go put like 500 yard signs, like all in this dude's neighborhood, because we were beefing. And I was like, all right, you want beef? We'll beef. So I put like 500 yard signs in his neighborhood. He put like 500 in mine, and we were like back and forth for months. And finally, I called him one day, and I was like, look, man, this is dumb. What if we just work together here? And since that time, like we meet for coffee maybe once a month, and we're always collaborating and figuring out how can we provide the most value to our clients. Even though we're competitors, we come together. How can we give the most value back to the community? And today we probably referred each other $40,000, $50,000 in jobs back and forth. And it started through a beef, but I think that there's a lot more to gain when you work together. And in the digital marketing side, you guys know Lewis. Lewis and I are heavy referral partners, and Lewis is, I would say, if I had to guess, probably close to 6 figures in referrals to us, and vice versa. Wow. And so it's, as far as I'm concerned, I'm always here to refer. I mean, I'll compete. If people want to compete, we'll compete, and I can compete with the best of them. But why would we do that when everybody can make money? And that goes for junk removal. It goes for any kind of service-based business. It goes for marketing. It goes for any industry. So. I don't know what it looks like from an Autopilot perspective, but I would assume that there might be some leverage there for you to look at and work together with somebody.
I'm taking them all down. I'm not sharing anybody. I'm taking all the customers.
I actually have a pretty good story when it comes to the competition. My biggest competition.
Who's that?
Actually,
Raylan, can you turn on your camera?
Sadly, I don't have a camera. My bad.
Wait, who's talking right now?
Kevin Hess talking.
Kevin Hess is
talking.
Oh,
shit. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. Okay.
No, what I was saying was I actually went and trained the team of my biggest competition. I went to their location, spent 5 weeks with their team and trained them, and they are one of the best teams in my area right now. You've seen the Taylor Chastain. You've seen him on a lot of podcasts. He was on with Matt Fitch, and he's been on a lot of them. His team is really, really up and coming. But I actually spent 5 weeks training his team, and he's probably my biggest competition.
Let me ask you a question. Is this was this back in the 800 Got Junk days, or is this right now?
No, this is just 11 months ago.
So, and you had Survivor Junk Removal?
Yep. And
you went and trained up and away?
Yep. I went and trained them, and man, they have an amazing team. I actually went out there at the end of December to follow. They invited me to come sit in when their sales meetings, the end of the year sales meetings, and he offered to pay me for it, and I told him hell no, because the thing was 2 of his teammates were the ones running the meeting, and when I went in there, 11 months ago when I went train these guys, he had 2 guys on his team they're just a couple goofballs, and they were, here it was 10 months later, and these guys were actually leading the meeting, and these guys were superstars at this point and actual leaders in the organization. And so it was a really cool thing to see. I was really proud at that moment. And but seeing them grow like they have, it just kind of creates a legacy for me. So it's not just about competition. It's about adding value to other people.
So, I just want to piggyback real quick, and then we could, if you guys ever see me giving secrets and trade secrets to workies and jobber and there's a problem. So I believe in giving value to my customers, not to my competition. If you guys see me going and hanging out with workies and jobber, and then you guys have invested all this money. So that's how I look. Like maybe in the local home services, cool, that's fine. Help out competition. In tech world, bro, if they figure out one thing that I'm working on secretly and they go copy and replicate it, we're screwed, right? So just from a tech perspective, I'm kind of going on a, side tangent here, but I would like to give value to only Autopilot customers, not go help workies, jobber, but maybe
technically with your YouTube channel, you've been helping your competition this whole time.
But I talk about junk removal, not about the trade secrets that Autopilot.
Well, no, not for Autopilot. I'm talking about in junk removal world.
In junk removal, yes, I've absolutely been helping tons of people. So, and I believe in the whole karma thing, and I definitely believe in that. But in local services, man, I don't know. Maybe I just.
Andrew's out with the gas can blowing up everybody's dump trucks in the area.
But
okay. Hey, I'm not an a-hole. Okay, I'm not an a-hole. But hey, I love hearing all. Oh, Gary, my man.
What's up, Gary? How you doing, brother?
In the building. What's going on, Gary?
Gary, my guys just called you, dude. Like 2 weeks ago.
Cool.
One of my guys called you and talked to you for like an hour. Said, I think that guy knows you. I said, yeah. I know Gary.
How's it going, man?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
So,
I don't want
Gary,
to interrupt, but I saw this guy with the eagle hat. His name was Kevin Hess.
Yeah.
Kevin, what business do you run? What's the name of your junk removal service?
Survivor Junk Removal.
Okay. And then I saw a guy over here to my bottom. He's wearing a black fleece jacket. What's your name?
My name is Todd.
Todd, and you run what?
Clear Path Junk Removal.
Clear Path Junk Removal? Okay, and then there's a guy with the pickup truck that doesn't have a camera. What is he? Who is he?
That's my name's Andrew with Wranglers, Holland, and Junk Removal.
Wranglers out of where?
Where are you?
Out in Southern California, Temecula.
Okay. And then you have a guy named Gary. I've seen Gary on Facebook. I think I've seen him on Facebook.
How's it going, Richard?
Hey, how's it going, brother?
Good.
And you run what business? What's the name of your business?
Easy Go Junk Removal.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, I have seen that. Okay.
Yep.
All right, that's it. I was just trying to clarify who everybody was.
Ricardo, real quick. I know I just met you. Your name's Ricardo. What business do you run, and where are you located?
He has a haunted houses.
I think I've seen you. I think I've seen you somewhere. I can't put my finger on it, but I've seen you somewhere.
You act like the lady that saw me at Chili's and knew me from somewhere. She just kept on pointing me out.
I saw your freaking live. I can't talk about it. It's inappropriate.
Oh, yeah.
It was funny.
One this morning?
Yeah, the one this morning.
I'm going off on that fat ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, we got to keep it PG here, but yes.
I wanna just read this out real quick. We got Tom Price. He says, "Hey everyone, former software developer and implementation guy here, 20+ years. Just started in the biz about 8 months ago. Welcome, Tom. Welcome to the business, bro." And we also Carlo, first dump truck coming in 2 weeks. Congrats, Carlo. Where you at, brother?
Andrew, you might want to send that dude a message, man. He might be able to hook you up.
Tom. I've been doing software my entire life as well. Hit me up. I had a lifestyle change in COVID, and my whole world got flipped upside down. So I went from software engineer to picking up trash, junk, and now back to software engineer. So if you ever want to chat, because we have a lot in common there, hit me up, Andrew at autopilotapp.io. Welcome.
That was slick Cliff Notes right there, man. Hell yeah. So, guys, let's get into some other conversations here. So, what's other topics do you guys want to bring up? Ricardo, you usually good at bringing up some good topics. What do you want to talk about today on here?
I mean, how does everybody see the future of junk removal? Like, which way are we going? I mean, it's about junk removal. It's just the future of junk removal with the economy, with Trump being in the presidency. How is the outcome for everyone else? Does everybody have an alternate business?
AI robots are going to take over. We're screwed.
I have my fallback business, which is my haunted house, which was never meant to take over my junk removal. It was never meant to be that. I just made it that. And I didn't know. Also, I did not predict that the economy was going to tank in 2024. I never thought it would fall to that where I was used to doing 5 to 12 jobs every day. And now I'm doing 3 to 4 every day. You know, I never thought it would be like that. I thank God that all I need is 30 days to make more money in 1 month than I did on the whole junk removal in a whole year, which is pretty sad. Does anybody else have an alternative business that they do? We all know that if you made $300,000 last year, I mean, in 2021, you did not make it in 2024. And that's just the truth. I'm just saying the truth. Okay.
Hey, Ricardo, bro, we do an Easter egg hunt out in my backyard. Dude, I make $6 million a year doing it. We do it for like 5 minutes and like 2 million people show up. And like, I'm not even lying. Like, this is serious. Like, we're going for like 13 million this year on the Easter eggs.
Damn, that's a lot of eggs.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Are you being serious?
No.
Wait,
Serious? Come on now.
no.
Eggs right now.
But he didn't
What
say
kind of fucking eggs you got?
he didn't say just kidding. So
Texas is different.
yeah.
I mean, going back to the serious question, somebody mute Matt here. Matt Fitch.
Yeah, Ricardo, I'm into a bunch of different businesses. I'm an entrepreneur. I get into everything. I'm in the marijuana business. I'm in antiques and collectibles. I own a promotion company, bunch of YouTube channels. I'm always on the move, investing in real estate, crypto. I got my hands in everything.
You invested in tech too now. Your first, I don't know if it's your first tech, but
oh yeah. Yeah. I'm very big in with yeah. Oh yeah. With I forgot with Autopilot. Yes.
Yeah,
I thought you meant with the crypto and all. Yeah. No, you're right.
No, I meant like a software company.
How about you, Kevin? Are you doing something else other than junk removal, or is it all hands in? Because listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was doing all hands in on junk removal for the last 14 years, and you know, I just happened to open a haunted house that did really good. You know, I poured, but I also realized this, Kevin. I'm gonna tell you something. I also realize I will never be a millionaire in junk removal, ever. And I know that there will never be $1 million in my bank account in profits just sitting there for me. I knew that from the start already. So do you have an alternate business that you do or have thought of running?
Well, right now I also do a lot of coaching and mentoring for other junk removal companies. I'm going to be teaching leadership to other industries as well. You know, a lot of people know I also wrote a book, so I'm going to get into more to public speaking and, you know, just different, you know, facets of teaching. You know, I love the teaching aspect of it. And, you know, this is the one thing I miss about when I worked with 1-800-GOT-JUNK is just the actual teaching and, you know, being significant to others. So that's something that I'm dabbling in right now.
Oh, cool. How about you, Matt and Jojo?
Me personally, I don't think trash removal is going to slow down for us at all. I look at the future as Trump's going to be in the office. Interest rates are going to go down. It's going to be booming. People ain't going to be scared to spend money. And we have other incomes coming in too with coaching, doing events, investing. So our eggs ain't in one basket. Right. But I do believe that this year is going to be the year. I mean, we're slammed out here in California right now.
We were slammed last year too.
And every year we're growing more and more. But I think you got to be the go-to company in your area. You got to get out there and really hustle for it. And I don't see it slowing down. I think there's always going to be trash out there for people. Not everyone wants to pick up trash. People are lazy as fuck. Like tomorrow we got a hoarder house, a 1-bedroom hoarder house we have to go tackle. We landed a huge job that's like, damn, right in the middle of wintertime. So we're like busy. But the reason why we put in the work and we're the go-to company besides 1-800-GOT-JUNK out here. So I don't see us falling off.
I agree. I agree with that because like when Gen Z finally grows up and they become our age and everybody's so involved in tech, once you're involved in tech, the last thing you do, I did junk removal today. I built it was so hard. It was so hard because I've been sitting in front of a computer for a year. So I think once Gen Z starts to grow up and everybody's doing their AI this and AI that, nobody's going to want to take out the trash. So I think there's going to be more opportunity.
We actually were just talking about that yesterday. I don't know. It's just here, it's an epidemic. So maybe it's a nationwide epidemic, but young people are so lazy.
Lazy ass.
They are
fuck.
just not. They're just, I mean, I don't mean everyone. I'm sure there's some hardworking kids out there. They are hard to find. We have, I don't know. It's bad. So I worry about the future of, blue collar, just hardworking.
Oh, I
and get up
100.
and get to
I
work.
agree, Jojo.
Huh?
I agree. I 100% agree with you. I actually, if you don't mind, guys, I want to go back to something Ricardo said.
Hi, Christina.
That I have a question. Ricardo, you said something, and this has actually been something I've been arguing about my entire life since I was 18 years old. What defines a millionaire? If I have a house that's worth $1 million in equity, but it takes me 10 years to sell it, am I a millionaire? Am I a millionaire with a cap? What if I make $300K a year? Am I a millionaire in 3 years? Or do you define a millionaire by cash in the bank? But what if I have a $100 million company that takes 6 months to sell? Am I a millionaire? So millionaire is what is a million? Because some people have assets that'll take years to sell, but they'd make $1 million. Some people make $500,000 a year. Then after taxes, it's $250,000. So it may take 4 years to get. But if they've accrued four years in a million, so what's a millionaire to you, Ricardo?
It's just different ways of looking at wealth, right?
Exactly. So what I'm saying is, what I'm getting at is, you can become a millionaire in junk removal. It would be tough. It would be tough, Ricardo. You would have to be able to exit you get to like a couple million a year, then you could sell your company in like 5-10. So I just wanted to say, what's a millionaire to you?
And it's a really basic common sense question. Okay. When you ask somebody if you're a millionaire, if you have 7 numbers in your bank account and there is no liabilities to it, you are a millionaire. If Matt and Jojo, if Matt Fitch has $1 million in the bank and there is no liabilities on the end of that.
Okay.
Okay.
We're talking about net worth.
Wait, let me just the number one profession that are millionaires are teachers. By the time they become at the end of their
teacher,
there are so many millionaire teachers. What it comes down to, Ricardo, is what you do with your damn money. If you're banking $250,000, $300,000, $400,000 and you're not doing anything, meaning reinvesting in it, you're absolutely right. But if you're reinvesting in it, you could become a millionaire in literally 7 years and still live a hell of a life.
If you're willing to live in a tent and go bag groceries and save 90% of your money, you're gonna be a millionaire in 10 or 20.
But we don't make grocery money like that. So what I'm saying is that this is the problem. You talk about an epidemic of people not being able to work at these younger ages. The other epidemic is there are people making a shitload of money, but they don't know what to do with it, and so it comes in and it goes out. Obviously, Paul doesn't do that. Paul is diversified. Now, as far as other gigs, I'm at the other end of it, guys. I'm 65 years old. So I don't have a whole lot of other gigs. I do have other things. I have a t-shirt company. I have other avenues. But the reality is this. I'm going to make this sucker work. I don't just spend my money. I bought a truck last year. That sucker's paid off. I don't pay somebody for that. It's what you do with your money. You take 10% over a period of years. There's no reason you can't be a millionaire. That ain't shit anymore, man. You pay $500,000 for a house.
Oh yeah, in California, it's crazy.
Yeah, but again, like you said, Gary, and you make a great point on this. So you buy a house, right? Okay, you buy a house for. I own some property. It cost me $240,000. It's in Azle, Texas. I have that property, and it's my property. But really, is it my property? Because I'm still making payments on it, Gary. See, it's not my property until it's actually paid off. And not only after that, Jojo, let me tell you something, Jojo. It's not my property because I'm still paying taxes on it. Let's say I stop paying taxes, Jojo. Is it really my property? No, because
I mean,
it's taken away if I stop making payments on the taxes for 10 years.
That's semantic.
My
That's totally
problem.
semantics, Richard, because that's what every billionaire and millionaire do. They literally are taking other people's.
Yep. And they take a loan off it. They don't actually use their money. They take a loan off of their money. They don't actually take it out of investments.
So
they don't realize capital gains until they absolutely have to.
Hey, I'm just curious because this can go on forever, but I just want to ask a yes and no out of everybody, just real quick. I just want to get, if you have just real quick, yes or no, Paul, because I just want to get the brass tacks. If you have a $10 million company, all the P&Ls and tax statements, and a broker could sell it within 6 months. You have no money in the bank, by the way, guys. You have no money in the bank. This is a yes or no question. You have a $10 million company that will sell and can sell. Are you a millionaire? Yes or no, Paul?
Yes.
Ricardo,
Well,
yes or
after
no?
it sells and you have that money, yes.
I'm sorry. That money's not in your hand.
Okay, so
You're not
no,
a millionaire.
Kevin, are you a millionaire? Yes or no? If the company can sell and will sell,
No.
No.
Okay. So most people say no. Okay, so
It depends.
Yes.
Now hold on. I'm getting to a point.
I would say yes.
No.
I am getting to a point.
Never ever count your chickens.
Okay, then
if it's not in your hand, you don't have it.
Let me get to my point. Then by definition, what you guys just said is because we define millionaires and billionaires by their net worth. So when you say Elon's worth 300 billion, no, he's not. No,
because he doesn't have one penny of that.
He does not have. You do not know how much money's in his bank, so he is not.
He has nothing in his bank. He doesn't take tax. He doesn't, because then he would have to pay taxes. He doesn't take profits.
What you guys just said is he is not worth 300 billion. We got to look at the money in his bank.
No, see, that's not how it works.
I know.
Ask a bank or any lending institution whether or not he has $300 billion to leverage.
Exactly. You can leverage off of your So exactly. That's why.
But that's how all the rich do it, so they don't have to pay taxes.
I love this question because I talk about this all the time. The true answer, guys, is yes. You are a million. At the end, fine. If you have a legit company and you go to a bank, you can leverage it and take out $5 million. You are technically on paper a millionaire. Anyway, sorry. It's a very interesting question. I love this question. So we can move on though because we'll talk about this forever.
You know what a better answer I would give is it's not about being a millionaire. It's about setting up your life that you're free. That's when you've made it in my eyes. When you could wake up and you could do anything you please, you could leave, go away for a month, shut your phone off, don't contact anybody, and come back and still be rich. That's when you've made it. And that's what we're all going after. It's the freedom.
Yep.
Yeah, that's actually more important than any money whatsoever.
I agree with that for sure.
You know, I'm
second most important. Actually, your health is the most important thing. So, I mean, I'd rather be dead ass broke and healthy than all the money. I've known people who would give everything they had just to have another month of health.
Yep. You know, I agree too. I'd rather be healthy and have a lot of money. Money. Some people say money will make you happy. Let me tell you one thing. Money makes me happy. Makes life way fucking easier. When I go out to eat and I want that big steak that costs $70, you know what? I'm gonna get that fucking steak. You know what I mean? Life's way easier with money.
Amen, brother. Amen.
It was like a Friday night, and we had a 3-hour wait outside our haunted house, and we're sitting there. And I go up to one of my sons because both my sons work at the haunted house. And I go to my younger son, which is not very money. Well, he's money educated. He's just not there yet. And I talked to him and he said, "Dad, I just looked over the fence. There's a line. The line goes down the street." I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Dad, what you've done here is incredible." I said, "No, son." I said, this is crap. I said, "This is your business. You think I want to do haunted houses forever?" I said, "Son, you're going to be running this business when I'm done with this." I said, "Whenever I hit a certain mark of money that I make, I'm getting out of this business. I'm done with this." I said, look at this. All these employees, and we had 35 employees that
Ricardo, what's your number to get out? Like, what is the number? Do you have like a set
I get
number?
like $2-3 million, and I'm cool. And I think in 5 to, I'm never going to make it in junk removal. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to repeat it again. Junk removal will not lead me there. I make money off of Houston, Austin, San Antonio, San Diego. I make it off of Phoenix. I make it off of RGV. I make money off of all these companies. I make money off of Arlington. I make money off of Frisco. I make money off of Junk Guys, DFW. And I will never have $1 million in the bank. I've realized that over time. I have 6 trucks. I have 12 trailers on my property. Andrew saw them. I have 2 facilities, one 25,000 square feet. Another.
I want to ask you this, Ricardo. Though. Is there anybody? Because I honestly don't know this answer. I'm new. So, is there anybody in the junk removal business that does have $1 million from junk removal sitting in a bank account that you would consider a millionaire? And anybody else knows of somebody? Can you let us know?
I do.
Yeah,
Who would that be, Andrew?
I can't verify his bank account, but based on his numbers, I think he does. And if he leverages,
Andrew, you just said you just said you can't verify it.
Stand up. I can't verify it, but I can almost certainly guarantee it. Stand up, guys.
Where are they at?
He's been in business for 20 years. He's got 15 locations, and he's all corporate owned.
Let me reassure you something about Casey Walsh, and I love Casey. He's a great friend.
He does 10 million a year.
He's from Dallas. Casey Walsh is originally from Dallas. Me and him, we kind of like started junk removal at the starting. When I was in like my 4th year, he calls me. I subcontract jobs to Casey Walsh. Okay, I subcontracted jobs to him. Me and him did about 28 Metro PCSs, and I was subcontracting jobs to him. For every job he went to, I was giving him $175. I was making $150 off each job. I think the job was like $325 or something like that. But we did it so many times, and I reassure you, the bigger overhead that he has, no, I bet you that easily. No, he's a great guy. He's a good friend of mine, but I just know that for a fact.
So I know for a fact that he does $8 million a year at 15% margins. That's 1.2 million profit. Like it's 1.2 million. So what he does with the money, I don't know. But he's probably a millionaire. He cash in the bank.
Richard, did your junk removal money invest in your haunted houses, or did you just pull it out your ass?
No, it definitely is my haunted house business. It's my junk removal business is my haunted house. Yeah.
How did you, Richard? Did you start off by buying your haunted house, or did you rent?
What'd you say,
Richard? When you first started the haunted house, did you buy it or did you rent it?
So the first one I rented, which is at 201 Yorktown. I had that one, and then I rented 2700 Sylvan, and then I bought Chester, and that's the big facility that's over there in Fort Worth. That's my first purchase.
And how many years have you been running with the haunted houses?
5 years.
And how many days are you actually up and running during the season? Is it like, do you know exactly?
About I think 4 weekends.
4 weekends. So like 8 to 12 days or something like that.
14 days.
Okay.
Because then we have the marathon week also. Because if like Halloween's on the 31st, we'll run it from the 25th to the 31st.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's like the hardest part? Is it like getting like the regulations and getting a place with parking that could hold everybody?
Okay, that's a great one. That's a great question. So whenever I go and look for, and Gary, I think, did I answer your question, Gary, really quick?
No.
Okay. Well, the question was, did I start junk removal, and then did I use my junk removal money for my haunted house? Is that exactly 100%? 100%.
So real quick. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Is if you're using your junk removal money and you invest in something like Paul, let's say Paul takes his check and he invests in marijuana or whatever it is, and he becomes wealthier and wealthier. Well, yeah, you can become a millionaire depending on what you do with your money. That's my point.
Agreed.
Yeah, because Ricardo, let me give you an example, man. So say, you go and you make $150K a year in junk removal. If you go and take, $50K of that and you start putting it into mutual fund investments and, crypto and all that, over a couple of years time, man, you're building that portfolio and literally, you're sleeping and you're making money as well. So it's not really about how much you bring in each year. It's how you're investing it and making that money compound and work for you.
I mean, Gary, agree to disagree. Junk removal is junk removal, and haunted house is off the spectrum. It's a totally different business.
No, but there's no haunted house without junk removal.
I agree with that. When the guy tells me that I need $80,000 down to put on this building, I grabbed all the money from junk removal that I had saved up for years and put it into the building. When I needed $35,000 to put the electric, water, and into the building, I used it from junk removal. And I paid it back. I paid that back. I still owe it some money. I pay junk removal still is owed money, but the future, I will tell you this, that my haunted house will be very successful in the next 3 years. I mean, this conversation might be different then, but in junk removal, doing it for 17 years, I just couldn't convert to that other plethora of making $500,000 to $600,000. It just wasn't there. I was always investing the money in something else. And so the original question was, could I make $1 million doing junk removal? And the answer was no. Could I do it doing the haunted house? Of course I can, and I will do it. And I think it's not that hard. We were just talking about this week. I mean, we have meetings about the haunted house almost like once a week, just talking about the haunted house. Do I want to be doing junk removal and making this much money doing haunted house? No, of course not.
I'm coming to your haunted house. You're coming to your haunted house this year, and I want to be one of the scary people. But I have a question. I'm sorry to interrupt, Todd. God damn it! I recognize your face so much. Like it's been driving me crazy. I'm like, I know this guy, Todd. Where have I seen your face, man? What's your?
We're both from Colorado, so I've talked to you a couple times, Andrew.
Okay. I knew I recognize. I'm from Denver, Colorado.
Todd, what part of Colorado?
Middleton.
Oh, very nice.
Are you serious?
I used to live over there, man. I used to have a dispensary over there.
That's where I was born and raised. I went to high school and everything. And you're from Littleton?
Yep.
That's a small little Chatfield High School. No way.
Holy shit.
Did you go to Chatfield?
Me and Matt are like, what the? Me and Matt Fitch are
They're gonna find out that they dated each other.
Anyways. Hey, Paul, I had a suggestion. You're blowing up with questions. You got?
Yeah, I'm going to get on that right now. I didn't want to cut anybody off.
So
I got one question real quick.
I
got one question. Sorry, Paul.
Matt. Yep.
Real quick. So, Ricardo, I just want to know, was this staged or not staged when you scratched that person's floor with the piano? Was that real or no?
Oh, that was real. That was real. Me arguing with the customer was real. Matt, y'all don't see the insides of this fucking video, first of all. You asked a great question because I gotta ask it. This house was a complete shit show. The couch in the house had when we pushed the couch over, there was dried up dog shit under the couch. Okay? When we pushed the couch over, the couch was a pleather couch, so all the pleather had been rubbed off the armrests and stuff. When we got into the house to get to the piano, there were stacks of paper, stacks of pillows, stacks of crap that we had to move out to get the piano out. Now, the question is, how bad was the floor? But just by telling you that, Matt, how bad do you think the floors were, the hardwood floors of parquet? Hardwood floors were in the small, and it was not that much. It was just a little small entryway, right? Like maybe a 4x4 entryway. How bad do you think they were in condition, Matt?
I don't know. I would never treat a customer like that. I thought it was fake.
I thought it was for like,
that can't be real.
That guy, the audacity.
All right.
That guy had to ask me for a discount.
Richard. All right, put this into perspective. What if Elon Musk walked into your nice house and he thought it was a fucking piece of shit because it wasn't worth $100 million, and he put shit all over your house because it's a piece of shit? In his eyes, you know what I mean? Like that guy might not have,
No, Matt, both Matts.
I thought you were playing. I thought you were acting. I didn't think it was real.
These houses were a complete shit show. They were bad. It was like a hoarder house, but the guy called me a room of piano. It was bad, and it was a bad condition. So when the guy asked me for a $50 discount, I told him, "Are you kidding me?" I said, "Bro, look at your," and I edited a lot of the video, Matt, because you don't. It pissed me off. It made me so mad that I told Orson, "Get in the truck, Orson. I'm about to go off on this guy for asking for a discount." And of course, the guy ended up paying me. And you don't. Here's something you don't know. Matt, here's something you don't know. The guy, after I left and I was driving down the street, about 30 minutes later, he sends me a text, and his text says, "Brother, I apologize to you for the way I was talking to you, and honestly, the scratch is that bad." And I was like, "You motherfucker."
Oh man, thank you for scratching my floor, Richard. I really appreciate it. Life is really better now.
And he sent me a text, and we did scratch his floor. Man, the scratch was like this big, man. It was a bad scratch. It was. But man, this guy's
so Ricardo, I love you, but you scratched his floor. and because his house was dirty, you got mad at him.
There was dog shit next to it, man. There was literally dried up dog shit. Gary,
maybe he's into that. Maybe that's his thing.
The reality. So this is the difference, though. For me personally, I don't give a shit what people's houses are. You know what it comes down to is what you're making and what you're taking. And so I'm not going to treat any of my customers like shit. I'm just not. I'm gonna take their money and smile, but I'm not gonna treat them.
Gary, you know, we all treat our customers totally different. You're right. You have your business, I have my business.
That's right.
I've been doing this for 17 years, and I think I'm using my seniority to just tell this guy, dude, I'm not giving you a discount. I've dealt with people like you. You know what I mean? You get that after so many years, you start getting that.
I've been working for myself for 35 years, and I've never talked to a customer.
I'm talking about injuncable.
Okay.
You know?
So we have a guy, iDaddy, he's asked this question kind of multiple times.
I know. I'm so
I think
sorry.
that it would be really cool if we answered it. So he went back because he asked it multiple times. He was like, Matt earlier said you want to be the go-to company in your area. And he was like, what does that mean? And how do you do that? And then he's like, what do you guys do? How are you the go-to person in your area? If everyone were to start over with no connections, what would they do? And when we started, we had 0 connections and 0 money. So I think that's one reason why we were able to tuck big money away really quick with junk removal. And that is because we didn't spend it on somebody doing our website. We didn't spend it, we didn't go in debt getting the perfect truck. We just used what we had. We had no money to advertise. We did no Google ads. We did everything social media, free. It's the reason why we ended up with the YouTube channel to begin with, was just so we could get our name out there for free. When you first start a business, you have to remember, ain't nobody know who you are. Nobody knows who you are. Just you don't start a business and have your phone start ringing off the hook. It's a slow process. So you want to post so much and wear your gear everywhere. And you want people to see you so much on social media that when you walk into Starbucks, they're like, you're that trash lady. I know you're that trash. You're that woman that picks up trash. And it takes a while for that to happen, but that's what he means when he says, be the go-to person. If somebody sees trash or junk, they picture you in their head. You branded your business in your area, and that takes time and it takes a lot of hard work. Doesn't take a lot of money. You just got to get out there and do it.
And the big job we just landed was a referral. So you got to treat your customers right. We landed a $40,000 job off a referral. At first, we thought it was around $35,000, but now it's over $40,000. All because if someone liked our customer service and liked the way we did things. So all off of a referral, no ad or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I was starting back over from nothing with no connections and no money, I mean, that's how I started. So
here's the next question. And I talked about this in a video this morning. It says, how do I deal with people on Nextdoor, Facebook, etc., who lowball everyone? They don't have to pay taxes, insurance, and licensing. Do I hope they go out of business? The question here is this, and I look at this and I'm thinking this, I see this on Facebook all the time. Stop worrying about what they're doing. Worry about your own business. This is what happened to Russ Berry. Now, Russ Berry, and I laid into him this morning in my video, Russ Berry is mad at me because in Texas, or a state he's never been in, because I do my refrigerators for $45. I do my refrigerators for $45, and I do about 20 a week of these fridges. I do mattresses for $85, couches for $75, and he's mad at me because of that. And I can only tell you, mind your own business. This is my business. I have to put up with my wife. I have to put up with my bills.
Hey, Ricardo, he's coming after me too in all the Facebook groups, so you're not the only one.
And Gary, I'm going to tell you something, Gary. If you start doing refrigerators for $45, for God bless fucking Russ Berry's going to kill you.
Well, this is the reality. I don't have to do refrigerators for $45, but There are some. This is where junk removal is very personal, because no matter where we are, that area is going to dictate what people are going to pay. You go to California, man, they got to get rid of the Freon. They got to gut the mattresses. Everything's different. That's why
let's compare the prices right now. So Gary, what do you pay at the dump for a refrigerator?
$80 is the minimum, and I never have a problem with that.
Todd,
and
what
it
do you
doesn't
pay
cost me a dime to dump.
Same out here in Los Angeles. It's the same. I don't got to get. I've heard people say in LA they got to get rid of Freon, but I never had to do that. LA, it's nothing. It's part of the dump fee.
Ricardo, what are you paying in Texas?
I don't dump in Texas.
He uses them as walls for his haunted house. He makes a maze out of his fridges. It's really cool.
That is
smart. I put dumpsters on my property. I rent them from Bubba Tubbs, and they cost me $408 for a 40-yarder. And I'm pretty sure in California that'd be like $800. Hell, I'm pretty sure
it's around 800, 900.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Because I talked to Henario from Junk Guys Tampa, and he pays $780 for a 40-yarder. It's not worth it to him, but to me, it's worth it. I put a 40-yarder in Fort Worth. I have a 40-yarder in Dallas, and I'll just go there and dump my shit in there until it gets filled up. And I haven't been to the landfill in the longest time, but I mean, I've been to one, and I used to go, but I don't dump into them anymore. But it's $72. It's $72. If that's a question.
Matt, what are we paying up in North Cal?
So we're paying $30 at the scrap yard and then $49 at the dumps.
Damn, that's cheap.
That's for refrigerators.
That's what we have to pay.
Oh, just for a refrigerator fee. Our dump fees are like $140 to $160 a ton out here, so it's expensive.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah.
Has it always been that expensive, Matt, or does it just keep going up year over year, like $10, $20 a year?
Yeah, it's going up. But if you go to the next county over, it's like $60. Super.
When you started 5-6 years ago, what was it, Matt? What was your dump
fees?
It
was around 130, 129, or something like that.
Okay, so it didn't go up. It's always been expensive where you're at then.
Yeah, for sure.
So the refrigerators, I don't dump them. I keep the refrigerators and I use them in the haunted house. So I don't recycle them either because we only make like $10 per fridge. But I guess right now I'm up to like 250 fridges right now because we're expanding the other haunted house. So we're going to use them as walls. When you use walls as refrigerators, you don't have to get a permit because you're not erecting walls. You're just using fridges. So that's how we get away from that. And when the fire marshal comes in, he actually laughs at us and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is the way y'all get through this." And I'm like, "Damn, dude, this is the only way." If I had to erect a wall, I would definitely not be owning a haunted house because I couldn't get a permit for that.
Ricardo, how many rooms do you have in the haunted house?
Shit.
And like, how many do you add a year?
Well, this year we're adding 8,000 square feet to the Chester one. I think we had 14 rooms on Chester. In Dallas, we had 10. We're adding about 21 to Fort Worth, and in Dallas we're only adding like 1. It's just no room for it. There's just no room for it.
So if you don't mind me asking, what do you net on those, like per house? Per year.
Golly, that's a good question. So I know exactly how much it is. I mean, this past year was our best year ever. So we were like in the 600. And then the other haunted house hit about, it was a newer haunted house. So it was about 190. So yeah, so we're pushing it. We're pushing the limits of the haunted house. We're going to get there eventually. And our expenses is our employees. They're the highest expense, but we pay out the employees every night. I mean, you're talking about 35 employees, 40 employees. There's 75 employees in the haunted house. There's 4 managers per haunted house.
So how do you deal with people calling in? Like, I'm assuming every day you're having a couple people calling sick and stuff. Like, how do you deal with that last minute?
We move forward with that. That's a great question right there because and this is going back to you, Jojo, because you mentioned this before, that the employees, when an employee calls in, we always have someone step up. And I love that about our crew. We have they're called haunters, which is new to me. But these people are called haunters, and they love scaring people. And I just don't get it. I'm not a hunter. I just run a haunted house. And these hunters will step up. I went over to Joseph. I'm Joseph. Kyle just called in sick. He goes, I got you, brother. Dude, I'm in the game. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm thinking, what? He's going to do double duty for 4 hours straight. It's a lot of work. You work up a sweat. You work up this dirty, it's miserable. It's just miserable. And then there's no restroom breaks. You're gonna have to slip out and pee outside to you can't go to the restroom that's on the other side of the facility. It's crazy. I mean,
so do you do the haunted house through the whole month of October, or when do you open it? Like, when does it start?
So Jojo, the haunted house in Dallas is different from the haunted house in Fort Worth. In Dallas, you need a permit. We're in the city of Dallas in Oak Cliff. So they only allow me to run it on the weekends for 1 month, which is actually 15 days. We run it for about 16, 17 sometimes. It just depends if it rains. It just depends how the month falls, okay? That's really all it depends. Now, Fort Worth is totally different. I can be open the whole month of October, Monday through Friday, but there's no money to be made Monday through Thursday. It's just dead. Now, we make money Friday. We make a lot more money Saturday, and then Sunday's a good day too. But it's not like a Saturday, okay? Not like a Saturday. Saturday is the cash day. It's like a money day. And
I gotta read this off. This is a good tip right here from No Limit Hauling and Junk Removal. He says, we never bring appliances to the landfills. Landfills are only for trash. Link up with your local scrap metal guys and network. You save time and space. Trust. $75 dump fees in my area. Thank you for that. That's a good one right there.
Yeah, if you ever seen any of my videos, I put my recycle outside and people just come and take it. It's the greatest thing in the world.
So Richard, I got a question for you. You got 250 refrigerators. Are you interchanging monies with junk removal? Are you selling them to and that way you have certain write-offs, or are you just ignoring that fund?
I'm ignoring that. 100% I'm ignoring that. Now, right now, Gary, we have about 100 in Fort Worth. We have about 150 in Dallas. We need 300 in Dallas. We need about 300 in Fort Worth. So every day I start gathering them. And so far I've been keeping a little tab on my videos. Right now I got 22 extra for Dallas, and in Fort Worth I have only 16. But I bring them in all the time. Every day I have one in the back of my van right now. And
that's a shitload of write-off, right? I mean, there's a.
I figured that, but we all know how we do our, at the end of the year in junk removal. You know what I mean? I think we all do it kind of different for all of us.
I'm just trying to help you get to that $1 million.
Yeah, I know, right? Listen to him. You'll get that $1 million in the bank account, Ricardo.
You're ignoring certain facts, man.
I will tell you this. If you ever, and I think Andrew's coming this year. Trust me, Gary, I sit in my car and I see this line of people, and it's like down the street and it's taking a turn, and I'm thinking 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 20, that's $300. I think like that, Gary. I'm thinking like the whole time, and I'm thinking I have a 3-hour line. I filled up 3 parking lots. There's over 250 cars in the parking lot. I think like that. I'm thinking every person is helping me feed my kids. Every person is helping me pay for my property. I'm thinking like that. So I do not devalue and scratch anybody's floor that comes to my haunted house. I'm thinking these people are paying for my bills, and I, and just getting back to your question, I value this. I value it as a full-blown business. I mean, think about the amount of people I have to employ in this thing and the amount of payroll. Every night, Gary, it's $3,500. It's $2,900. It's $3,300 every night. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You repeat that 3 more times. Yeah, it's going out really quick. But it's coming in so fast. I mean, it's a one lick one time a year, but it's a good lick for us,
Well, very good, guys. I want to just end this on one last. We got a big event coming up, February 21st, going down in Austin, Texas. Matt Fitch has got an amazing event he put together. He's got a whole list of speakers coming through. So, Matt, I'm going to give you the mic, and I'm going to let everybody know all the details. And definitely, guys, this is definitely a great opportunity. Jump on this.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's awesome, man. Coming up just next Friday. So Friday, February 21st, we're doing the Mindset Matters Leadership Conference. We're going to have Andrew Thompson. We're going to have Matt and Jojo. We're going to have Kevin Hess. I'll be there. And my friend Brent Durden with Trash and Dash out in Houston, he's going to be there. And we're all just talking. We're going to learn how to be better leaders. We're going to do some fun activities. Kevin, the man right up here, is going to be hosting a goal setting workshop. So that's going to be an awesome opportunity for us to, get the goals down on paper and set some targets and work towards it. So I'm excited to see that. We are going to do the Trailer Olympics in reverse competition. So I'm renting golf carts and little micro trailers. We've got the whole parking lot to ourselves. So we're going to see who's the king of backing up trailers. I've got a trophy that someone's going to get to take home.
I'm going to obviously win that.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I've seen you with your dump trucks, dude. Come on. I drove tractor. I'm backing up trailers for 15 years. Get out of here. Oh, but it's going to be awesome, guys. There's the food. We're going to have brunch. We're going to have dinner. The food is cooked by an executive chef that's done Academy Awards out in LA. So she's friggin' awesome. We're going to do a barbecue buffet for dinner. So the best brisket. So it's going to be awesome. We're going to learn a lot about how to be better leaders, how to grow bigger, better junk removal businesses. We're going to be shoulder to shoulder with top dogs in the industry. And so it's really good opportunity. I just lowered the tickets by $100, so you can get them for $250. And we're giving away a $500 voucher in marketing services for everybody that comes to the event. So
Jake Corbin wants to know, is there some kind of floor scratching competition going on that day?
Yeah.
We should definitely do that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you're probably going to scratch the parking lot up when you're trying to keep up with me on that trailer.
What happens if you crash the trailer with the golf cart? What if we just
I know sign waivers.
You got sign waivers or anything?
I know it turns.
I mean, I told them what we were doing. They gave me the price.
Matt, I'm sorry. I'm gonna win because as the host, you're not allowed to compete. I'm sorry. That
is true, Matt.
No, that is rule number one of being a good host. You cannot compete in the competition. So maybe you would beat me, but I will beat everybody else. I will put everything on it that I will not win.
So I'll bring a ref shirt. Hey, guys, I'll have a ref shirt. I'll change into a ref shirt. I'll bring a whistle, and I'll let you guys have it.
Let me ask you a question. How big is this trailer?
Like the little micro, like one of those little John Deere trailers.
Yeah, it's like a mini dumpster. I'm going to practice with my mini dumpster.
The smaller, the harder.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, the smaller, the harder. Wait,
for
you
sure.
barely turn that wheel, that thing flies that way.
Dude, it's gonna be awesome. They've got utility golf carts with friggin' 2-inch hitches on it. So we're just gonna throw some little trailers on there and
Matt, just let them know exactly where it is, because a couple guys in the chat want to know where located.
Make sure you film this too, because it's going to be a great YouTube video.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. We're getting a ton of content out there.
Well, I'm bringing my drones and everything, man.
I'm talking about
you register the guys that are out
backing trailers up with a golf cart. That's going to be a great video.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Matt Fitch, when is the event?
It's in the afternoon after lunch.
No, what day is it?
February 21st. What
Friday.
day?
Just kidding with you.
All right. Hey, you're asking. Someone was asking where it is. It's at Camp Lucy in Dripping Springs. So you got to get tickets at mattfitchevents.com.
Okay, and you only have 2 days left, guys, so you can't sleep on this. If you guys want to get over this Mindset Matters Leadership Conference,
two
jump
days
on
left?
it now, man. You all missed the Junk Expo because you weren't believing it sold out that quick and all. Don't miss this one, guys, for sure.
So we'll see you in 9 days, Matt.
Thursday is the last day, so you got 30 something hours left to buy tickets. So do it.
We before we call it a night, I just got to ask this one last question from Matt Allen. He says, does anyone have experience with JRA Google Ads? Ricardo's putting a thumbs up, thumbs down.
To answer this question, I love this question.
I'm not allowed to answer this question. I have a meeting with.
Let me reassure you, Matt Allen. If you want and you want to toss money and you just want to throw it away, dude, just go burn it right now if you're going to do something with JRA, okay? You should just burn it up, brother. Listen, I forgot his name. What's his name? The owner?
Lee Godbold.
Lee. Lovely, great guy. Just the shit don't work. Okay? It just doesn't work. And I'm going to be honest with you. Don't do it. Do your own organic traffic. Do what you can. Build yourself a dominant website. Just build yourself a good website that will work for you and let it do the job for you. You know, that's just, but JRA is something that you don't want to get into if you don't understand what they're doing for your business. Okay. It's not something that's simple to get into. And if you do it, you plan to lose some money. You're going to make money, but you're definitely going to lose money. Okay.
Well, Ricardo, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tune in next Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to have Lee Godbold on from
I'll be glad.
ARA, and we're going to go through an interview and everything. So everybody in the chat, make sure you tune in for that. This is going to be a good one. Definitely a lot of questions for him. Andrew, what's up, brother?
I got one thing to say real quick. Guys, Autopilot. If you guys don't want to pay $1 million for your software because $225 a month, $180 a month, come check out Autopilot. You know, Matt, and all of us here are investors, except for one person, and that's Ricardo. No, I'm just kidding.
Ask Matt Fitch why he removed his Fred interview. What's up, Matt?
Oh, what's Fred? Who's Fred? Can you invite Russ Berry? That's a good comment right there. Oh man, hey, this is a very entertaining.
I got one thing for Matt and Jojo, and then Andrew Thompson.
What?
So I started junk removal realistically in January, but my own company in July. Trying to make it work. I do Facebook. I'm all about the organic marketing. Really took that upon with Matt and Jojo. Andrew Thompson, I invested in your Autopilot. Love it. So I do Facebook posts. I'm a part of a BNI, if you guys are familiar with that. We joined the Temecula Chamber of Commerce. I'm all about yard signs. I buy them in bulk orders, 500 at a time. It typically takes us 2-3 months to go away at those. But it's definitely slow season. What would you recommend for me?
Can I say something real quick, and then I think Matt and JoJo or somebody could take this question much better than me. But can I throw one tip in there real quick?
Yeah.
Sure.
If you're buying 500 yard signs at a time, hit me up because you can go to China and get for the same price 5,000 for just like seven. Xavier Caldera has recommended this Chinese company to quite a few people, and I've seen the orders come through in bulk. 5,000 at 50. So hit me up. If you're going to keep ordering that many at a time,
just tell me right now.
Well, I don't. It's an Alibaba. I got to go.
You have my number. You text me a lot.
You text me because you text me. Just text me, okay? And I'll get you the info. But to answer that question, I'll let Matt and JoJo take this one.
You know what? It's a long one. So give me a call tomorrow sometime and we go over some things. There's so much shit you got to do to get your phone to ring. You know what I mean? From meeting realtors, property managers, reading that book right there, getting your brand out there, it's a lot. It's a lot of shit.
Oh, one more thing. Hold on.
Guys, I want to do a quick plug when he's running to the bathroom real quick. We got Leading with Purpose by Kevin Hess. Get over to Amazon, get your order. I'm going to have a couple giveaways coming up in the next couple of weeks. So tune in on the channel, and Kevin actually autographed them. So definitely keep your ears out for that. And just like I was just showing before, we got Junk Secrets from Xavier. Let's help out our fellow junk guys. Get your own copies. Andrew, where'd you go on me, bro?
So Paul, real quick, what are you smoking, Paul?
Wrangler.
This one. What am I got? Right.
Is that his name Wrangler?
I don't know.
Yeah, Wrangler.
It is an Olivia. Yeah,
Very nice. Very nice.
Give me a call.
So what I do, bro, is I order a variety pack every month, and
Yeah.
I get like a stack of like 50 of them, and I go.
Hey, where's my personal book?
You have a humidor and everything, right?
Oh, I got a couple humidors. My buddy in New York, when I go into New York, he always has a box of Cubans waiting for me. So that's like my treat, you know.
And they're legal.
It's not there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It says Andrew Thompson says it's the gray area.
Yeah.
The gray area. I'm trying to find something to give you guys a little.
And guys, if you're tuned in, man, make sure you click that thumbs up button. I hope you guys like this first show. We're gonna be doing probably a weekly show or bi-weekly. I'll keep you guys posted with that, mattering on everybody's schedules and all. But yeah, I want to get more people in the community to come in. You don't gotta be a big name in the junk removal industry. Everybody's invited. Come kick it with everybody. Just any topics you want to bring up. That's what we're trying to do. And Andrew, are you gonna come back real quick? Because I want to end this soon, bro.
I got a book. I wrote a book, and I was but never mind. I'm releasing a book here soon, and it's gonna change the world. But never mind. Can't show it off. This was gonna be my epic announcement. It's not coming out until October, but I was gonna
I wanted you to change the world for us.
Oh no, it's I put my heart. I've been writing this book for the last year and a half. So, but anyways,
everybody wants to.
And did you get my text there?
So Joe's asking, he goes, which is more profitable, junk or cannabis? Joe, I'm about to find that out, man. But what I'm hearing from everybody, I'm thinking cannabis, man. It's just, I've been in this from the very, very beginning, and I got 5 huge commercial grows. And so I've been pretty much, I'm like these guys in the junk removal world. I'm like the OG of the marijuana world. So I'm doing pretty good with that. When I went to cultivation, I used to own a dispensary in Colorado. Then I went over to California when it went legal there, and I went to cultivation route, and that's when I went free in life. That allows me to do whatever I want. I don't got to be there every day. I just pop in during trim season, make sure everything's operating the way it's supposed to. So it's very profitable, and it allows me to be free in life, and that's what I love about it.
If you need testers, let me know. I'll come in and do all the testing.
I love it, man.
I don't smoke. I've never smoked weed, and I never would but yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but
well,
awesome.
I want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. I really appreciate it, man. This was just an amazing experience to have all the top guys in the junk removal company here and coming together. Is there anybody who'd like to shout out their social media platforms? Everybody's got a huge YouTube or social media platform, so feel free to shoot it out.
Yeah. Follow me, Andrew Autopilot.
Yeah, follow us, Sonoma Strong Hauling and Junk Removal on YouTube.
Easy Go Junk Removal on YouTube.
Kevin?
I got no YouTube. Sorry.
Hey, damn it. Just say
Kevin, I got to say, bro, you're looking amazing with that Eagles hat over there, bro. I'm loving it. Hell yeah, bro. Ricardo, would you like to shoot out any social media?
I was going to put at the bottom, I lost a bet.
There you go. So, guys, just so everybody knows, Kevin is not an Eagles fan. He lost the bet against me with the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Eagles. If I lost, I would have had to wear a Chiefs jersey for the next week on my podcast. He lost, so he's going to be wearing that hat for the next
Kevin,
week.
did you have to buy the hat too?
Actually, my wife made it.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
Did you make the stitching and everything?
That is
Well, it's not stitching. It's DTF.
Oh, God, because I'd be really pissed off if I had to wear it and I had to buy it.
Yeah. Well, I almost had to buy a Kansas City Chiefs jersey, man. I was like,
Thank
damn,
you,
that would have sucked.
Hey, Ricardo, it could be worse, man. It could have been Dallas.
God,
oh,
geez,
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, that'll never happen. So
Hey, calm down. Give us a chance.
Thank you, Island.
All right, fellas. Well, have a great night, guys. Everybody in the chat, thank you for tuning in. Lots of great questions here. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Feel free to hit up any of these guys on any of their social media platforms. Thank you again. Later, guys.
Peace.